Bree from mummyoffour.com, and I help busy mums make their lives easier with parenting tips, tricks, hacks and advice. Today I'm going to talk to you about my top tips for managing with a baby and a toddler or older child. My first tip has got to be to adjust your expectations. Being a mum is really hard, and however busy you were before, you add another baby into the mix and you're going to be even more busy. Maybe not every single meal will be cooked from scratch. Maybe your appearance isn't going to be as perfect as it was. Whatever it is, maybe the house isn't as perfect. While you have got this new baby added into your family, you just need to give yourself a little bit of a break while everything's settling in and everyone's getting used to it. My next tip is to prepare for this baby more than you prepared for your previous babies. I can remember sitting there when Bella, who was my third baby, was very tiny and looking around me and thinking, oh, thank goodness that all of this stuff is done. Thank goodness she's got a wardrobe full of clothes. Thank goodness we did her room, because I have not got the energy in me to do it now. So when I was sitting there, I had two older children to look after, I've got my newborn, there was no way I had the headspace to do any of that stuff. So being prepared for your baby is so much more important than it was with your previous babies. I've got a range of blog posts and another video all about the top things I would recommend to get ready for your baby. I will put a link for that below for you to check that out. My next tip would be to really prepare your existing children for the birth of your new baby. I've got a blog post and a separate video all about the steps you can take and my top tips for preparing your children. In short, the better prepared they are for the baby, the easier the whole transition is going to be. My next tip would be to make your life easier whenever you can. So if that means that you've got an option to get your groceries delivered, save you having to go out and get them, do it. If someone offers to bring you a meal so you don't have to cook, take them up on it. If someone wants to clean your house for you, for goodness sake, let them do it. It's so easy to be really proud as mums and to want to do everything ourselves, but make your life easier and take the help. Seriously, I'm giving you permission to do that. It's so important. Make sure you've got a quiet time treasure box for your children. Now, I've got a whole other video and blog post all about this, which I will link below, but in essence, a quiet time treasure box is a box of special toys that your child has that they are not allowed all the time. This is the box that you bring out when you're pregnant and you're exhausted and you need a break, and you just need them to play quietly while you sit there and just feel pregnant and in need of a break. Or when you're breastfeeding your new baby, so to give them something to do when you can't give them your 100% attention. Quiet time treasure box, lifesaver people. So the things that go in your quiet time treasure box are just things that your children are interested in, that are going to grab their attention, but the fact that they're not allowed it all the time, it's a special box that only comes out every now and again, really does help to keep their focus. Baby wearing is a lifesaver. It's a lifesaver for all babies, but when you've got older children to look after, it becomes a total necessity. If you ever want to do anything like cook or eat or go to the toilet ever again. So having the baby attached to you frees up your hands to help your other children and also look after yourself. Time is starved, multitasking is where it's at, so baby wearing will allow you to do that. Sleep while you can. I know the whole sleep when the baby sleeps thing, it gets a bit of a bad rep because things need to be done, and it's so much harder when you've got subsequent children because you've got your older children to look after. So when you do get that very rare chance for an actual nap, take it, grab it with both hands and nap it out. You need to do this. Give yourself permission to sleep because you're not going to be any good to parent any of your children if you're falling asleep on your nose. Routine. Now, again, this one is a bit of a hot topic when it comes to parenting. And yes, if you've got your first baby, you don't need routine at all. I didn't have any routine with my first baby and it worked fine for us. By the time I had my second son, my eldest was in school and we had so much routine naturally imposed upon us. So if we had school runs to do and clubs to attend, so if he wasn't fed before we left the house, I knew there was a time we'd be driving that he wouldn't get fed. So I naturally had to feed him before certain things. He naturally slept at other times. And rather than just allowing this sort of go with the flow thing that I used to do with my first son, I found that routine that I chose and I dictated worked so much better than attempting to be baby-led in a world that the baby was not allowed to lead things because he had to fit in with my other son. So if you want to read all about my routine that I use with my 4 children, I will link that below. Plan your time. Following on from routine, planning your time is more essential the more children you have. I use a combination of Evernote and Google Calendars to keep track on everything that our family are doing. The more children you have, the more doctor's appointments and clubs and events and parties and goodness knows what else you've got to fit into your schedule. So staying on top of that will make your life so much easier. You can click on the link in the description for the blog post to read all about how I plan our time. And my last tip, try and treasure the time if you can. I know it's a bit of a cliche, the nights are long but the years are short, but they really are, and the more children you have, the faster time seems to go. So by baby number 4, it's just blink of an eye. So if you can, in amongst the crazy and the chaos, try and take the time to just stop and appreciate how little they are, and stop beating yourself up about all the mum stuff you haven't done, and enjoy it as best you can. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like this video, give it a little thumbs up and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell button for notifications. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.